Welcome to my almost daily streams. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I'm building sets from my backlog from the Lego group who are worth billions and billions of dollars. So on yesterday's stream, we covered the news. There's lots of new sets coming out in March, but the day before that, we did the unboxing of the set on the thumbnail. There was a quick half-hour unboxing stream because there weren't a lot of people in the chat. But hopefully there will be more people in the chat today. So I organized the bags in sequential order of what I need to grab out of them. And these are the instructions and the stickers, etc. So there's a few different numbered books in this set. I think it's one for each of the floors. Yeah, there's one for each floor, and we get the sticker sheet. So how many stickers are in this? The numbers go up to 13, so 13 stickers in this set. So let's turn open to bag one in book one. So it looks like this will be for the ground, literally the ground. So we get those instructions open, and let's open bag one, shall we? Come on. There we go. So we got all that unbagged. The book is open. Who is in the chat? So we have Dina Dangles, Johnny, Alexandria, and YouTube royalty, J-Staffer. Welcome back, J-Staffer. And is this I hope this is what I think it is, because I'm gonna make a reference that you'll understand. A J-Staffer. They don't tell me. Actually, yeah, it's at the front of the instructions. Is where we build. Where we built the first mini doll, and there's this map at the front of the instructions about a Heart Lake City neighborhood or something. But J-Staffer, you'll understand this reference. This is Paisley. That's your favorite mini doll, am I right, J-Staffer? So Johnny says, hope the set Mayo's building is the same as the thumbnail. No one likes a thumbnail of lies. Well, the thumbnails are supposed to be where you put some of the clickbait. It is. I'm a mock builder, so I have the opposite opinion. I am. It does kind of look like a rainbow cake if you think about it. Hey Candy, good to see you here. Anyway, So the question of the day is, let me think about this right. So the question of the day is, how do I ask this? Because it's going to be in relation to this set. Actually, is there dimensions? Maybe there's dimensions for this set on the Lego website. So the set number is 41748. I want to go to the Lego listing. It's a retired product, but does it have dimensions for this set? Does it have dimensions? Is there anything in here? Because I don't know why. Sometimes they have dimensions and other times they don't. But if I do a little quick count, the height looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Looks like the actual building is 40 bricks tall. So my question of the day is, do you own any sets that are taller than 1 foot? Do you own any Lego sets which is taller than 1 foot? You might want to take out a ruler to your tallest set in your collection and see if it's taller than 1 foot or 30 centimeters. So that's going to be the question of the day. Do you have any sets taller than 1 foot? If you have the Eiffel Tower, if you have the Daily Bugle, if you have the old Statue of Liberty from 2000, those are probably taller than 1 feet. I'm not sure if this building is going to be 1 foot tall or not. We'll have to see when we're done building the actual set. So anyway, what do we want to talk about today? You've got Chewbacca. Do you think that's taller than 1 foot? What do we want to talk about today? That's Lego related because there was a whole bunch of news that came out. What part of the Lego Friends theme do you want to talk about, Johnny? Because there's a few different things to talk about in the Friends theme. But I want to know what you guys want to talk about. Because there's a bunch of different things in the Friends theme that I could talk about. And I know that Jastopher has reviewed a whole bunch of Friends sets recently, so he probably has some opinions about what has become of the Lego Friends theme. Actually, no, that's the wrong piece. Need to use a 6x6. Because I talked about in the unboxing live stream of this set 2 days ago of how I will be modifying this to fit in my sitting eventually. So if you want to learn what I will be doing to make this fit into my sitting, then you can go back and watch that after this stream. But while that unboxing was a little bit quiet, the chat was jumping when I did my news broadcast, because a lot of people are excited about some of the new sets coming out. The only reason I did that news broadcast to begin with is because I saw people making videos about the new Icons Formula One set, and that's going to be for Michael Schumacher's Ferrari. And if you remember, from when I finished building, from when I finished building Nigel Mansell's Williams car, that that was one of the 3 possible cars I could see the Lego Group make next. And lo and behold, one of my 3 guesses was correct. Nice to see you stopping on by, Ingrid. Actually, I put that in the wrong place. Need to move this back by 1. Who's shown, Johnny? Who's that? Who's shown? Oh, Shu. Yeah, you can make an argument that the Ferrari car was way better than the Renault car. But if that's the case, then why did Michael Schumacher win 5 championships in that, while Rubens Barrichello didn't win anything, and Kimi Raikkonen and Felipe Massa didn't win anything in that Ferrari either? That's like saying that Red Bull is the dominant car, just because right now Max Verstappen got his dynasty interrupted. Well, in that case, why didn't Sergio Perez win anything? Or why didn't Yuki Tsunoda win anything? Or why didn't Daniel Ricciardo win anything then? There's a lot of competitive arguments you can make with those drivers and those teams, especially with such brand recognition as Ferrari. So Chewbacca is 18 inches tall, so that's 1.5 feet. Who else has a Lego set that's more than 1 foot tall? Maybe one of the Pokemon characters will get to 1 foot tall. If they make a UCS scale Charizard or something like that, I could see them wanting to make that 1 foot tall. Anyway, I was distracting you from something friends you were going to talk about, Johnny. What am I missing? Oh, there's tiles at the side here. And we need to get another plate underneath here. Hey Billy, good to see you here. Says, like Friends Lego because it's cheap to buy used compared to other Lego. That's because people don't buy Friends sets to invest in it. It's families who buy it for their children, and it's cheap used because they aren't trying to get top dollar. They're trying to liquidate an asset. When you sell a Star Wars set, you're not trying to liquidate an asset. You're trying to get top dollar because you know it's tied to a Hollywood IP, and there's people who will pay that money. Lego Friends is more tied to the magic of Lego than the Star Wars by a gap of 12 parsecs, if you ask me. Because Lego isn't made to be kept in a box forever. Lego is meant to be played with, like the Friends theme. Yeah, Friends has a whole bunch of doll houses. And that's why I built Andrea's mansion on my 24-hour stream. And it's also why I built Gabby's dollhouse, not a Friends set, on my 24-hour stream. Because for what I do in my city, I don't need there to be backs. Because that's not what they did in the 80s. Trying to make sure these tiles line up. Alexandra says, don't that was hell to build, and don't touch it because if it falls, just checking the prices in a bin. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I need to separate this tile. There's a lot of tan in this ground layer. So all of this stuff would be for structural integrity of the set. And there's one of my favorite pieces. It's the 8x8 grate piece because it has the steel grating. Trying to get that in frame. And I'm charging my phone right now. My Mac is at 89%. I wanted to get this to full charge before I started the stream. So I think with how big this set is going to be, I'll need to reorient my camera for the next stream. Yes, this is a retired set now. And there was a community kitchen they recommended you buy to go on the bottom of this, but I didn't end up getting that set, which adds a purple layer to the bottom. But I'm fine with just this set. I would have gotten this when there was a gift with purchase in the middle of last year. Okay, that doesn't go there. We need a corner tile right here to lock those bricks into place. I don't know why they couldn't have used a 1x6 tile there. They used two 1x3s instead. That's a weird thing for the parts budget. Because when the designers design a set, they're basing it upon the bean counters telling them what to do, and so each part has a points value, and sometimes they use multiple parts in place of a bigger part to manipulate the points value. But I wish in a lot of cases they didn't. Because surely some designers have to go up to the bean counters and say, hey, this is dumb. And now we've got to flip this around so that we can put some grass out the front of one of these steps. And I'm going to move these pieces over to this side. So there's some nice 1x2 curved tiles that form some cobblestone detail out the side of the, out in front of the building. Because after I put this on, I'll give you a close-up of that on the camera. Because it provides some nice texture in the pavement out front. Let me put on these magenta curved tiles, and then I'll give you a close-up of what I'm talking about. So let me pick this up, and you see how they use those 1x2 curved tiles for that cobblestone pavement. I like the detail. That's a vertical shot of that. Hey Greg, good to see you here. I buy these friends buildings to add them into my city. Make big modifications to vintageify them, and then they fit into the standards of what I do for my city, which often means recoloring and downscaling. That's a part of my vintagification process. And I heard that someone who's streaming right now and who I was watching before I started this is considering raiding to me afterwards with YouTube redirect. So I'm going to hold out and stream for as long as possible on the hopes that they eventually come here. Am I looking? I'm not looking. I don't look forward to any of the Technic sets. Don't hurt the cake set. The only thing we'll allow is taking off that slide. I buy these with the intention of modifying them. I'm a mock builder, not a set builder. People might get the feeling if they only watch me go live and haven't watched any of my other videos that I only do sets. But that's a rather closed-minded view and proves that some people may not have gone to the depths of the content on my channel, because I enjoy building mocks way more than building sets. And so part of my process is to take a set and modify it. Hoarder says, once your house mock is complete, you'll be refurbishing it with a side technique that will make it look much better. It'll be interesting to see what you mean by that. What are the new sets in the Speed Champions wave? Because I don't know. I know the stuff from the January wave because it's already come out, but not the March wave or whatever. So please do tell. Because I don't know what they are. Actually, I think one of them is the Ferrari SF90. I think that's the only one that I remember people talking about. The Ferrari SF90. because there's a whole bunch of Ferrari fans out there, including me. Oh, there's some purple grills. I don't have a lot of the purple grills. You don't see those in a lot of sets. Purple grills. I'll get you a close-up of those purple grills. See them right there. You don't see that a lot in sets. There's some jumpers right here so we can put some foliage on the side of the stairs. Now we've got to add to the tops of this foliage. And I think, oh, that is extra pieces. So there was no stickers to apply in bag 1. How much does my phone have? My phone's on 93%. So let me move these extra pieces off to the side. And let's open bag 2. Actually, no. I want to do it this side. No. Yeah. And this is an older set, which is why it comes with the plastic bags, not the paper bags. Oh, okay, so we don't need this. We need one of these interesting white L-shaped pieces. That's what it looks like. How many of you guys have seen these L-shaped pieces before? They're like one of the 16 by 16 too thick plates you get in the road packs, but they have the 8 by 8 cutout to form this L shape, and they're white. So yeah, this is the first set I have ever seen these in. Well, Lego might call it teal, but Bricklink calls this dark turquoise, and I go by the Bricklink names for these colors because the Bricklink names are more realistic than the Lego names. The Lego names are a way that they can be easily translated into multiple languages, like Danish to English, which is why what Bricklink calls 10, Lego calls brick yellow, because apparently there's no word for 10 in Danish or whatever. This is a joyful set. Yes, it is a joyful set. Because these buildings are what I enjoy most building in a Lego set. And this is a little bit warped. If you see, there's a little bit of movement in there. And that's a quality control problem. It's even worse on this side. See? That really moves right there. That's bad. But once this is interlocked with all the other bricks and plates, it'll be held into place. I'm sure of it. So I think time-wise, I'll have this built before the end of next week. How long do you think it'll take me to build this set? I'm hoping I can get this set built by this time next week. Which means hopefully you'll see this in the February city update video. Because for me, right now, it is the first day of February. Because this set has 11 bags in it. So if I can go at more than 2 bags per stream, then I'll be able to get this set. Then I'll be able to get this set built by this time next week. I think that was a scam text. Because I have not ordered anything in the mail recently. I'm not expecting any packages. Someone's creaking the fuck out of me outside that window. I need to close that. I need to close that window. I don't know why my text messages give me 2-minute reminders after something was texted. Okay, now we've got to build the inside of this corner column. Because that goes right there. And then here there's a door. And I like that in a lot of the sets now, they use the quarter round 1x1 tile for the door handles. And I just put these the wrong way, so let me turn them around. Come on, let's get these in. There we go. So that door opens in that way. And I need to turn this around. And now we're putting the first sticker on this set. I have no idea what happened. But there was just a massive glitch where StreamYard did not want to load comments. Hoarder says, after looking at that part last night, found him on Bricklink, have him in a cart ready to buy. The Bricklink names are definitely more realistic. I agree with that. Your battery's almost dead, so you can't join. Okay. Well, I don't go live. I don't go live on Sundays. Let me know how that goes, Hoarder, in your room. Dina is still lurking. Actually, I missed some of these as well. What was going on here? I don't know what the hell was going on. What about the Lightning MC? I don't understand what that means. Ferrari. So Greg says a Ferrari F99P Unicorn, BMW, Mercedes 2-pack, and Brian O'Connor's Toyota Supra. Oh yeah, I think I did hear about that from somewhere. And of course the Audi Formula One. Also, Roaming Bricks is here. Hey, Roaming. My most hated Lego theme. That's a very good question. A lot of people's easy answer is Galador, but that's not really a Lego theme. That's some kind of wild, crazy fever dream. Clickets is pretty bad because that's putting stuff onto a pillow. And there's some weird, creepy stuff in the Belleville theme. And there's even creepier stuff in the Explore theme. I might be tempted to say the Explore theme because if you go onto Brickset and you search the Explore theme, there was some weird stuff in there. And I can't hate video as much as other people, despite the fact that it failed because of my obsession for the cotton candy cheerleader. I'd be tempted to say Explore. Because let me just go to Brickset really quickly so I make sure that I'm understanding this right. I want to browse the sets and theme, want to scroll down to E for Explore. There were 129 sets in the Explore theme. Most of them were Duplo related. That's where you got the Bob the Builder sets. There were some train sets. But there was also weird stuff that was essentially a baby toy. They did a whole bunch of these weird baby toys in the Explore theme. That's where you got the Brickbuster Super Truck, which was one of the recalled items. There was a whole bunch of weird Duplo sets in the Explore theme. I'm pretty sure the babies. Actually, no, that might have been a Scala set. I can't remember if that was a Scala set, but some of the Primo sets were in Explore. They made some brick buckets. They made these weird. They had these weird sound bricks with cartridges. Like, I could probably think of a worse theme, but there were some weird things in the Explore theme that had really nothing to do with the bricks. Like, they had a teether, something that a baby could comfortably put in their mouth. Like, really? That's what Lego wanted to sell back in 2002? And a lot of the stuff in the Explore theme is why they were treading on bankruptcy. Because they tried to tap into the baby toys market. And a lot of that stuff cost too much money to produce. That's where we got the Dora the Explorer and the little robots sets. they went all over the place in the explore theme. I encourage everyone to go onto Brickset and search for the explore theme. I think roaming, a lot of people stream on Saturday night, including me. I'm rooting for the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I used to have legs in the way of my city as well. I don't get excited about much stuff either these days because I'm a mock builder, not a set builder. But when something exciting comes up, I will talk about it a lot. Like the Michael Schumacher Formula One icon set. Because now I don't have to go onto Bricklink and get the old Michael Schumacher minifigure. I don't have to do that anymore. I can just wait till that goes on sale and get the new Michael Schumacher. And you know what? I'll date myself. I started watching Formula One when Michael Schumacher was racing for Mercedes. And I believe that was when Lewis Hamilton was still racing for the McLaren team alongside Jenson Button. That's when I started watching Formula One. That was back when Mark Webber was Sebastian Vettel's teammate. When Sebastian Vettel went on his dynasty, his four-peat with Red Bull. Oh yeah, there's a brick that goes next to these palisade bricks, then put the tile down to be a doormat. And this is nice. We get some of the new. Actually, no. Hang on a minute. No, this is regular orange. I thought it was the new reddish orange. My bad. So for those who weren't here at the start, the question of the day on this stream is, do you have any Lego sets that is taller than 1 foot? Some people earlier on in the stream, they measured their taller sets and they were over 1 foot tall. I can guarantee that the Daily Bugle I have is over 1 foot. I'm not sure if the Ninjago City Gardens is over 1 foot. Not quite sure about that set. Maybe someone's already done the measurements for that. You like the brick on brick action of this better than Technic in plates? Yes, absolutely. Because I'm a traditionalist builder. I much prefer it when you have to stack bricks on top of bricks, compared to layers of plate after plate after plate after plate. That's what you see in a lot of vehicles nowadays. It's just layers of plates over and over again, because they want to get every single detail they can. And I think that's really slow. It makes for really slow building, and I don't like that. Whenever I'm building something, I want to feel like it's being put together fast. Also, you're going to be working on your house during Good Morning Brick Road tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I'm not even sure if I'll be awake then. Well, Technic should only be used in a system set for stability, in my opinion. I got really thirsty just then. Yeah, and play features, of course. See, I don't do that as much, Hordem. Well, I like the lift arm builds more than the old brick builds, because the brick builds look way too blocking. That's where I think the 2000s was the perfect blend of the bricks and the lift arms. Especially with the few amount of Technic sets I grew up with. And at this point, I'm just holding out hope that someone is going to raid into me like they said they were going to. It doesn't look right. Did I build something wrong? Oh yeah. I put the wrong color down there. What goes around there? Okay. And this would go at the back there, so that we can rest the corner brick on top of that. Well, if you can challenge yourself to put play features in a mock, I say go for it. Spread your wings and fly. Personally, I like to use some of the Technic pieces I accumulate to try make greebling in my mocks, because I'm all about that greebling. Let's twist this around. And now we're putting some of these curved bricks in for awnings on these windows. Yeah, you can make all sorts of parodies for that song. Alexandria is still here. Getting these corner plates in here to lock those awnings in place. Now I have to get these plates in here as spaces. I'll raise this up just a little bit. As this building is getting taller. Oops, I forgot to put these plates at the end of these walls. So let's put them in. And now we got a layer of tiles before we move on to bag 3. And there's a minimal amount of extra pieces in here. So that's what the first floor looks like. Now we have to open bag 3. And we're building the dog that is on a roller skate piece. That's what that looks like. And this is what Paisley looks like. That's the back of her hair. That's a nice hair piece right there. And we're building a Nova in this bag. I have a Nova from another friend's set that's just sitting in my room. I don't know why it's still just sitting there. But literally the only thing I use from the mini dolls are their hair pieces. And any accessories they're holding. So Nova is holding a paint brush roller. Lego should totally make a turtle with wheels on the back that are molded to look like a Lego build made out of smaller bricks to match the real-life turtle that they did with that. Are you talking about the turtle van from the Dreams theme? Have to put on 14 of these white ingot pieces. In real life, a kid had a turtle with no back legs, so they made a little Lego build and rubber banded it to a turtle so that the turtle could get around. I have no idea what that is. See, it is possible to talk about stuff that I don't know about. Where are the other ingots? Oh, they're hiding behind there. Yeah, that would be a nice thing to do for Lego's PR, I guess. Might be nostalgia bait for some people out there. I mean, Lego is no stranger to nostalgia bait. You'd be surprised about things people say in my stream chats that I have no idea what they're talking about. And that's where I'm happy for people in chat to provide more context so I can try to understand what they're talking about. I think there's going to be some gears in this interior. So something is going to spin. Sorry. Something's going to spin inside of there. Ah, okay, that uses 1x1s. Maybe it's so that they continued that wood grain effect. And then there's some pearl gold stuff in front of those wood tiles. The ugly pearl gold that I keep on complaining about. I'm trying to convince everyone else that the pearl gold is an ugly color. A lot of people are starting to come around the fact that it is ugly. And apparently there's a new gold color. It's like Lego can't decide what they want gold to look like in their sets. And there's a microphone stand that goes in there. Ah, I see. So the gear down here, that's rather stiff once you put the other stuff in, means that the stuff on top of the stage will spin. Now we got to build a piano. They include these nice 1x2 printed tiles for the piano keys. And this is some printed sheet music on a 2x2 tile. And they use these aeroplane windows for legs. Don't say hello to them. Don't say hello to them. We don't like to deal with people who practice witchcraft and people who think that death is their destiny. We don't tolerate that on the Mayohosko channel. Particularly when you're talking to someone who has successfully convinced people to go seeing psychologists and avoid committing suicide, and is a mental health activist, acknowledges Mental Health Awareness Month, and someone who is enthusiastic about raising money for mental health charities. And if they choose to skirt around around my streams, we're not going to let them get away with that. So that's a nice little seat for the piano player. It is a 1x4 tile, and the legs are those two high plates. And then have to build a rack for the guitar. So there's a lot of music going on this floor of the building. And that guitar rack goes next to the piano. And what's on? Okay, so now we got to put this floor onto here. So let's put the building into place. Line it up with the studs on the bottom. And now we've got to put some red foliage. I like getting those red modified 1x1 round plates with the 3 leaves. That's a nice touch. And now we've got to build a park bench. This has a mixture of black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Or if you're a Los Angeles Lakers fan, then you know about the Purple and Yellow remix of that song. Which printed piece are you talking about? Because there's a bunch of printed pieces in there. And we're going to apply another sticker. And it looks like it's being half painted. Maybe that's why Nova has that yellow paint roller brush, because she's trying to paint that white plank into yellow. Got to line up the sticker. I have plenty of white 1x6 tiles, which is why I'm comfortable putting the sticker on. And I say that because I'm part of the stickers versus printed pieces debate. So I'm gonna, where does that go? That goes in front of that ledge right there. And then we make the transition from book 1 to book 2. So before I flip the page, this is what the set looks like so far. I want to show you that angle where we just put the park bench down. So I just want to see something quickly. Okay, let's get back here. So let's open book 2. And we need bag 4. That's why I made oh, you're talking about the music tile. Yeah, they are nice tiles. That's why I made sure to eat before this stream started, Hoarder. So let's put this building off to the side. How much charge does my phone have? Okay, that's at 100%. See if I could try wedge the stickers between the wall and that park bench. A lot of us get hungry after watching a while. Okay. I'll make this a 2-hour stream. That does sound funny, Hoarder. We need one of these white pieces. Let's move this over. Well, if there's a sale, how can you not buy in bulk? Am I right? That's what I do when I'm home alone for an extended amount of days. Hey, Brick Therapy, good to see you here. We are building the Lego Friends Community Center. Just started building bag 4. Now it's 2 p.m. here. And that text is gonna annoy me. I need to search if that phone number is from a scam texter. Because I don't remember ordering anything online. And I don't know why there isn't a sting by the federal police to crack down on those call centers to crack down on those call centers who send out all that scam. And most likely they're foreigners in other countries. So the federal polices in all of these countries need to collaborate with each other, considering some countries citizens lose more than $1 billion to scams every year. I don't know why the federal police just doesn't coordinate an international sting if there's foreigners operating call centers in your country to find them and deport them, or if someone in your country is doing a telemarketing scam or a wire fraud scam to people in other countries, to sentence them to 20 plus years in jail. I don't know why our elected leaders don't think to do that, considering the cost of running those stings would be way less than the money that people lose from scams. I'll tell you what, world leaders who promise to operate stings on those telecommunication scammers, they would get their polling approvals would go up instantly if they were able to successfully crack down on all of that bullshit. I used to get a scam text from someone pretending to be a toll company. We don't have toll roads in our city. And you know it's a scammer because they'll always want you to tap or click a link. That's why a lot of these people who used to send you text now have an app for you to communicate with them, particularly someone like a postal service. And that's why some telecommunications companies now advertise that their technology is good at intercepting scam texts and calls. Well, if that's the case, why do people still get them? Because technology that would do that surely is a public interest. It's a safety tool that our leaders should be saying, this isn't an advantage over your competitors. This should be a regulated safety measurement. And then if they try to argue otherwise, tell them to kick rocks, go bankrupt, and after fucking around and find out. Because shit gets done very quickly with the FAFO methodology. I'm just saying, in the age of technology, I don't know why some politicians wouldn't want to work with stuff like that to boost their approval ratings. I really don't know. Because if I had the resources to put my money where my mouth is, then I would create a whole technological enterprise company. If you want to do that, the invite is in the jungle. I'm just waiting to see what's going on. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Or something just changed in my subscriptions. I'm always monitoring what new stuff comes into my subscription feed. And also, some people that haven't uploaded in a moment also just uploaded in the time that I've gone live. I'm just holding out hope to get a wave of viewers that someone said they might give me. Oh, there's Hoarder.
What up?
Hey.
Okay, so I don't know if did you see my little bushes in my tree yet?
Yeah, you were working on them when we were streaming the other day.
Well, I'm gonna remove the tree, All right. Now, if you see the house, right? Like, I like the way it looked and all, but it was just missing something. Okay. So imagine all of this being covered and looking like this instead.
So what's the improved look of that
Well,
siding?
this is what it would look like, just flat. Right. And then this is what it would look like if I did the siding.
So I can't tell. Oh, are those
Flat or siding?
What's
It's just plate and tile stacked up like sideways.
because in the set I'm building, they put the ingots on those snot bricks.
No, this isn't sideways. This is at an angle, so it actually makes it look like siding.
How do you get it to angle that way?
Well, look at it. You can see it.
Well,
I just did it like that. Just stacked it, and then this. All right. So then, like, you build a wall, but then you protrude the window out one stud, right? So, like, you got the wall, but then the window is out a stud. Then you put this around the window, and then around the window also you have snot bricks, and then you just put 2x6 tiles for shutters, and it holds that stuff together.
okay,
So
so
it's
you
like
are
pinched in between this and the wall, and that's how it holds in.
so
But
you
it's like
are
really sturdy until you drop it.
you are using a snot brick in there.
For the shutters, yes. Hold on, let me put this back together. I dropped it, so of course, you know. All right, but yeah, so if I can get it off, right there, I have those, and then I just built it up with plates, and then just pinch it onto it, and it just holds it in between the wall, and that.
Because I can't tell how you're getting that stepping technique. Is there a hinge at the bottom?
No, it's all it is plate, like plate stacked on plate stacked on plate, and then tile where it shows. And
Yeah,
then I
so
just hold it at an angle like this, and then just sandwich in between the wall on one side and this tile.
are those
So
not connected to plates at the bottom?
no, it's just sitting there.
Okay, so it's a free floating right there. There's no
It's free floating, but it doesn't move at all because the way I built it, I filled in every gap that you could possibly fill with all types of like railing pieces and stuff. It took me a while to get it right, but this side isn't even connected. This side is wobbly because I haven't done any wall behind it. But I was
So
trying to figure out how to still have a straight stud to allow for the light and the hose bib and everything that this has.
so you're using
Right.
to hold that all in.
Well, the way I'm doing that is with the wall. In the wall, I'm using this piece, something like this in the actual wall, just because of the stud placement. That's what that dang it.
What happened? Something happened. There's a frozen screen.
I dropped my phone and hit a button. Sorry about that. But if you see that dark orange right there, that little 1x1 plate, that dark orange, all that is one of these aimed out, and then in the wall, like I just like put like a 2x3 and a 2x2, just leaving like a gap in a couple of them, and then just stuck uh one of these pieces here that has the hole in it. It just kind of goes right onto it and it sticks out of the hole. So like you still get that straight. Here, let me get in the light. You still get that straight on stud connection, even though all the stuff around it is angled like the siding normally is. All right, like right here is a good example. Oh, right here is a good example. I can actually just kind of take that apart. I just have the stud, then the piece is built out, and then I just, have a hole in the plate, however I got to do it to allow it to fit around. But then you'll end up with that look, so you still get everything straight, but you get that nice siding look. And I think that's so much better than just this flat nothing. The flat nothing. I mean, like I look at these stairs and I go, oh, that really looks good. I look at the bushes, oh, I like that. I look at this tree, and although I know I can do better than this if I get better parts, it's detailed is what I'm saying. But then you get to that and it's like it's just flat, and it's just too much flat. So I think if I did this around all of it, it would look so much better.
Yeah,
And that's what I want everybody's opinions on.
Because you're sacrificing stability for detail.
Well, I'm not even sacrificing stability, because I'm not. All right, so all these walls, that's the great thing about this. This wall will stay there. The only thing is the window will get popped out on like I'll have like a 2x plate, right? And then the window will stick one stud out. Then I'll put this stuff around it and then put the shutters on, and the shutters hold that bit. So everything else is still good to go. And just the siding is held on by the shutters. That's it. So it's all, and they like I said, it stays together. Other than these pieces that aren't studded in that keep falling out, this stays together. So
yeah, and
it's not bad.
I say that because you're relying on inertia rather than a stud connection.
Right. Well, I definitely am doing that. I did try. I know your mind already went there. I did try to use these pieces to like get it to like go somewhere straight and still get an angle, but it just was not cutting it. Like I tried and I tried. The only other thing I could think was ball joints. I have a ton of ball joints, but the reason why I really like this is you can have the outside whatever color you want and still have the inside whatever color you want. So since like my kitchen is actually yellow, well, like school bus yellow now, and down in there I have it all white, I could actually do it in yellow and still have the outside white now. So I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff because of stuff like that. I'm just breaking everything. I'm looking forward to being able to do it for that reason, because I'll be able to make it more realistic. You know what I mean? I'll be able to get it almost identical to what it really looks like.
Yeah, because you want that mock of all mocks to be as realistic as possible.
Right. I've been working on this thing for so long. I'm not going to just rush it at this point. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it 100% correct. And this part here, this is just a prototype. I was just trying to put it together to see if it would even work. You know what I mean? And surely, I'll fuck with it when I'm on screen. But, I did it enough to where I know I can get it to work on here, because it's only going to be on the fronts and the backs of this one. And this one, it'll be the front, back, and the whole entire side. The only thing I'm going to have trouble with is the bay window there. Because when you try to run this up to it, like if I run it up to it, it'll cover up so much of that. So I'm going to have to start the bay window up another brick back so that this can be windows and then a white solid brick next to it that can bump out, and that space can be what gets taken up by this. But it will change the look from the inside. I don't know what to do about that yet. But it's Lego, man. It's, what's the point in doing this if we're not going to try to challenge ourselves?
Yes.
The only thing that messes up if we mess up is it messes up. It's not like, I'm out of a job or I'm going to go hungry, so I might as well try it and make it as good, look as good as I possibly can.
Yeah, and that's why mock building is more fun than set building.
I got Cruella de Vil as my neighbor now since she's evil. I figured it made sense. Oh, but yeah, so after you were showing me that piece, that floor piece there last night, I went on Bricklink, found a store that had like 4 or 5 of them for like $1 or something like that. $1.50.
Which
that white L piece you got there?
The L shape we've been using.
Yeah. So I put them in the order, and I'm gonna place that order. I'm probably gonna do it tonight.
Hey, Tea Time.
Yeah,
good.
You see, it was like this, and then there's the longer version of this, and then there's that L version that you have. So that's pretty cool that they have all the different versions. Like this, I think this is just 2 of them pushed together. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get a corner because nobody ever uses these. They're cheap as hell. They come in a lot of colors, and because of this built-in plate, you can make like a good structural floor that's relatively thin and not have to use up all your bricks.
Well, this set in white is the first time I've ever seen them.
Oh yeah, I think that set you got there in white with the L shape is the first set that it ever came in.
Okay,
That's why I ain't never seen them before. I just had the smaller ones.
What do you mean the smaller ones? These are 16 by 16.
These small pieces where it's like the same design with the cutouts.
Oh, you're talking about the regular ones, not the square ones.
Well, yeah, you got this here right on screen. And then I got the 8 by 16 also. But they all fit together because of that plate. You can just stick them all together. So I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I wish they...
Alexandria likes what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Alexandria. Appreciate it. I wish they did more with a plate like this.
I forget which sets those were in.
The dimension sets.
Oh, was that for the portal or something?
Yeah, yes. Something like that. I really don't know. I only got 1 dimension set, and it was, after it was already over. I just got it because I wanted the Goonies figure. But I got these off of Bricklink because I wanted to make like an elevator that slides through all the holes. So I got a few of them in here.
Johnny G is still here.
Hello, Johnny G. And then the project I was talking about. All right, so these containers, I've showed everybody this a million times. Here, this one shows it well. It's a lot of space is wasted here, Huge drawer, all that empty space. So I'm taking a bunch of these and lining it all the way across. But you can see this is, higher up than this. So I need to lift the whole table so I can fit it 3 high underneath of it. And that's what I was talking about earlier, about having to take some wood under here, build like a square, lift the whole thing up, move all these legs up so they're not any longer on their own legs. And then I can put those all the way around this whole thing. I got a bunch of them here. So I got enough to do it. I just needed the wood. So we went to Home Depot today, and I got a bunch of 2x4 to get it done. So I'll be doing that tomorrow while Hive is on, and then after that, if you're not doing anything and you want to hang out, I'll hang out. Are you streaming tomorrow night?
No, I don't stream on Sundays.
Oh yeah, because Cliff and them stream on Sundays, don't they?
Oh, and also because of NFL Sunday, but there's no NFL until the fall.
Gotcha.
I'm just putting all these lime green bricks on the walls.
I was messing with this so bad, a lot of the things were falling apart. All the bricks were separating.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, that's my plan. I got a bunch of tan tile. I need to get a bunch more in different sizes, so I'll be able to do that. But I'm waiting until this whole entire thing is done before I try to go through and do all the siding on it. I want to at least get it done and see what it looks like with a roof first.
Yeah, it's Monday for us tomorrow, but not for them.
Yeah, what time is it there for you?
2:28 p.m. on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You have to remember, Johnny, I speak in the American times, not the Australian times.
Do you ever plan on moving to the United States or no?
Nope.
Because I was going to say, like, so many people over here, either the U.S. or the U.K.
I just like going on vacation there.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where all of the good conventions are.
I've never been outside of the country. Shoot, the furthest east or west I've ever went was probably like Ohio and like Louisiana. I think they're roughly about the same line, north to south.
Why is there shame in that, Johnny? Hey, Tommy.
For shame. That's crazy that we're so far behind. Well, now I'm looking at my tablet on my tablet.
I am not getting any of the ride sets. Hey, Joe Prince, good to see you.
What's the city ride? Is that the one with the little baby figures?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the end of bag 4. We are steamrolling through this build. So now we have to.
Is that the first floor or the second floor?
That was the first floor. We built the ground floor earlier.
Okay, yeah, okay. Gotcha. I was gonna say I know green wasn't on the ground.
Oh, hang on. Well, what is bag 5? Oh, bag 5 is the interior.
Yeah, I can't wait until I get all of that done. That's gonna look so much better. Oh, something else I noticed on this mock. Over here, a while ago, I had made the red side a plate taller, and when I did it, I never fixed right here. So it goes tan right in the red. I know some people probably wouldn't care about that, but that will drive me nuts. So I got to raise this entire thing up by 1 plate. Oh well, I got to fix the roof anyway. I don't know if you can really see it on screen, but that's got a horrible gap. That's really hard to see on screen. It's really easy to see it in person. But it's like all up at the top, there's like a huge gap, and I can't fit anything bigger than a cheese slope in there. Bet you I could put a snot brick in the wall and fit something on the wall doing it with the angle being different. It might work. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll mess with that later. What are you doing? Well, what are you doing in the middle of the night, I guess, because after high stream, it's probably too late in the middle of the night for you to hang out, huh?
Well, I don't know when I'm going to sleep. I don't know.
Well, the reason why I'm asking, I know it's 11:02 now. I know you're gonna be ending it, but if after Good Morning Brick World, I should be done that table shit. So I was saying, if you wanted to hang out, we could hang out at that point. If you want to do a stream or something.
Maybe I have no idea. Tea Time saying something. Someone saw the Woolies logo for the app is now blocked. Looking again and just opened to see Brick's home. I don't know what you're talking about. Now we're building Zach.
That is a crazy assortment of parts you have on the table there altogether.
Yeah, this is all for the interior of this. This is the last thing we will be building today.
That is... I want to see this when you have it done.
There's Zach.
Okay. I like that torso.
Are you talking about Woolworths bricks Tea Time? Let's slide this over. Yeah, Woolworths have been making bricks on and off again for a few years now, and my friend works as an assistant store manager at Woolworths, and he gave me a whole bunch of the unsold ones from a long time ago. Because he knows that I wanted to collect them.
Some of these mini dolls I really don't mind. I'm going to keep some of these in my city.
Yeah, so Tea Time, remember when Woolworths were selling those blind bags? Well, I have well over 100 of them because my friend who works for Woolworths gave me them. So I have well over 100 of those blind bags. And if you've watched some of my city updates, you know I have some of the Woolworths vehicles in my city.
Have you seen this part yet, Mayo?
What part?
I'll show you what they're for. They are to extend a friend's feet, like to make them boots. That's what it goes on. It extends their feet by another stud.
Oh, that's a nice little detail.
Yeah, it's just so he can be a little taller than Wednesday.
Yeah,
I keep dropping these damn figures.
Yeah,
taking me just slightly.
Yeah, I got that stuff in my city, and and at my old house, when I had the city on the floor, I had the Woolworths store in there for a while as well. Well, it would be great if Zelda was here right now. Someone should DM him, see if he's still awake.
I'm putting this in my Lego store. I think that's such a nice style. He did a good job with that. He should have made this look like it was his signature, how everybody had him signing the 501st Battle Pack. He shouldn't have just had M&R at the top like that. It should have been a printed on signature. I think I got a second copy of that tile in the A-Cob set over there.
Now we're building ivy that goes up the side of the wall.
He said call Zizou. He likes the goth mini doll. Which one? Does he want Wednesday, or is he going to be down for Wednesday's mom here? Morticia looking hot. She got that book of spells. And she got this pretty wild looking dress with the red showing. I'll tell you what, that set was pretty cool, man. Keep forgetting that it comes apart like that.
I don't know anything about Wednesday. How does this go on?
Stained glass. Such a good set. For a friend set, it's such a good set. And like I said before, man, it comes with this car too, with the luggage on top and the gargoyle on the front. Not bad. I just want to make it bigger so it can fit in the city. But it has one of them cool older windows with the one big piece of glass that you pop into it. I've never had one of them before. I'm sure you got some of these windshields. It's just like one big piece with a big piece of glass you pop in.
I think I've only got one of them from something.
Really? I would think that you of all people would have a bunch. I'm pretty sure that's an older piece. Like I think they had them like in a lot of boats and stuff too. Actually, I might have one in that boat set. This has the reverse one here. Kind of the reverse one. I think it's a little bit bigger. Oh. Yeah, this ain't bad at all. It looks weird how tall it is. I don't know if that's how it looks in the show or whatever. The front don't look bad though. Maybe it's just supposed to look like that. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, the set, as long as you don't keep messing it up the way I do, the set's pretty nice. I keep dropping stuff.
For those who weren't here earlier, the question of the day on this stream is, do you have any sets that are taller than 1 foot?
There we go. If they have any sets taller than what?
Than 1 foot.
Any sets taller than 1 foot? I mean, aren't modules all taller than 1 foot?
Some are. And Two-Time
says... I know
the
Daily Bugle is. I know Vader's Castle is.
Two-Time says have the Barrador set, which is their only built one that is that high. Yeah, I suspect that's at least 1.5 foot tall.
You know, this Lumi brick set is over 1 foot tall. That bastard's pretty nice too. I love that set.
Is it a city building?
Yeah, the record store.
Does it have some crazy sign at the top or something?
Oh yeah. The best thing about it all.
Oh, so you got the Avengers Tower waiting to build, hey? isn't that going in? I guess I have to put the flower on first for it to wedge in there. Oh, that wasn't the right shade of pink. Yeah, because the only one I'm confident in my collection that's taller than 1 foot is the Daily Bugle. I need to measure the Ninjago City Garden and see how tall that is. But you're building, so Tea Time, you're building that mosaic set on your streams right now. So is that going to be the next video you're uploading to your channel? Porter, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just turning my lights back on. I was trying to show off those Lumi brick sets with the lights, but I had to turn everything else off to do it. Okay. Man.
Okay, you're just kind of keep that to your streams.
I'm interested to see what all those parts are actually going to go to.
We're still building some plants on the exterior.
What's that big purple plate for? Is that going to be like a bed or something?
Let me turn to the back of the box. Looks like it's going to be for some wall art. Alexandria is asking about fire hydrants.
Do I ever put fire hydrants in the city? Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. There's one right there. There's one right here outside of the strip club. And I think there's one right there, and I think there's one more down at Assembly Square. That might be all of them. I was gonna put one on the Lego room, but on the Lego store, but I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I want it to be real. I want to have everything be as realistic as it can. Like down to a guy with a trench coat in the back alleyway selling something bad to people that he should not be selling it to. Like I want this to look real. I want to have everything that you would actually see in a city, the good side of the city, the bad side of the city. I would really love it if I had enough room to have like Bevins did, where he had part of a highway and then like an exit ramp with all the big green signs. Like I would love to do that. I just don't have the room for it.
Yeah, do you remember the city builder called A-Phone TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in their previous layout, they had a freeway going through their city.
Yeah, he's the one that did he had like a whole bunch of tall buildings, but they didn't have any interiors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I get that, but at the same time, I can't build a building without doing the interiors. I know it saves on bricks, but I'd have to. I mean, it's not. I'd build a building without the interior, but I would never call it done until you know. It's like that grocery store I got. It has apartments on it, and on the first floor of apartments, I have some stuff in there, but I haven't really gotten it done. And on the next floor, I have nothing. But I also don't say it's done.
Yeah, I only try to include interiors where you can see stuff through a window.
Yeah, I do completely get that, but that's kind of what I'm talking about, because I know a lot of the buildings he builds, it's it's just like Bevan's where he uses a crap ton of like clear door window panel things. So if you can see right through it, you got to add something, man. You can't just leave it open. You know, throw a couple people in there, a wall, a chair, something. Just make it look like something's going on. It does eat up your parts, though. I mean, so many parts for any detail inside of the building. So like I said, I do get it. It's just not something I will do.
And that's why if you can break up windows with columns, then you can try manipulate the light going into the interior so that there's not as much of it going through, and therefore you don't have to put as much detail because not as many people will see it.
Right.
That's the trick I've learned from him and other builders.
Yeah, I tell you what,
if you are going to make a building that has windows, don't make sure to minimize the light going in so that an empty interior isn't so blaringly obvious.
Right. Like, this is a good example. You look inside of the Daily Bugle, right? It has a bunch of floors, a bunch of windows, but you got to have just enough to say there's something going in there. You know, there's something going on. You know, like you can look in there and go, oh, yeah, something's going on. It ain't that much, but it's enough to see something is going on. I really need to clean up this crap, man. Hey, Mayo, did you get this at the, God damn it, what's his name? Sherlock Holmes, the Sherlock Holmes set?
What?
Did you get the Sherlock Holmes set, the Book Nook set?
No, I don't give a shit about the Book Nooks.
Well, I don't care about Book Nooks either, but that set and the figures are pretty cool, and I want to make it into like actual city buildings. That's why I was asking if you were doing. I know a couple people are going to do it. Scott has one. He said he's you know Scott. He's going to Scottify it. So
I wonder if he has a definition of Scottifying, because the definition of vintageifying is to downsize and recolor.
Okay, and that makes sense. I think Scottify. I think Scottify for him just means to like get a second copy, mirror it, and hook it together to enlarge it. But it might be something else because he did it differently for the museum. I think he made it bigger and then added another floor, so he didn't exactly mirror it and just make it double the size.
Yeah,
so I don't know. You're right.
Yeah, well, before I say what I want to say, thanks to you, I'm pretty sure everyone watching is already subscribed, but you should definitely like the stream if you haven't done so already to tell YouTube that you like watching me. So what I was going to say is that Brick Adjuster used to have a series where he doubled up stuff, and often they became a mirror build. It was I think he called the series Lego Modifications.
Yeah, you see, you could definitely have a whole series on that, because like if you mirror this right and put it there, it looks great. Some people have mirrored it and then they made a third one where it didn't have that, and it was just a middle section of flat that part, so it was like a continuation and made it really long. And all of that looks good, but then you got to think there's also the other things you can do. You can take the bookstore modulars and just like recolor them, and you could have like a whole entire like row of townhomes. Like if you're too young for this, but what was that? Full House. At the beginning of the TV show Full House, there's in San Francisco, there's like the road on a hill and you see all the houses. They're all exactly the same house, just different color. And that would work perfect using those. So you can just simply recolor them and stick them right next to each other. just get a second set, duplicate it, mirror it, whatever. That goes a long way in a city too, because so many people just build only the city sets, the modulars, and set it in a city, and that's all they ever do. And all those people's city looks identical. I'm sorry, they do.
So Tea Time did the modification of the Sherlock Holmes set. Hey Yolo, good to see you
Oh
here.
yeah. What they do with it?
We are building the Lego Friends Community Center set 41748. We've built almost half of the set, and we'll be building the rest of the set throughout the rest of the week. So hopefully we'll get this done by this time next week.
I would just so much love to just continue each one of these, like take off the back and just make it into a building, so it's 3 individual buildings or whatever, instead of being like a book nook with that on the back. We don't need all that. I don't need it to move. I just want it to fit right there or wherever. I also got these the Harry Potter sets, which are too small to be in a city, but if you like enlarge them, like just make them taller and thinner, they would work. And I got plenty of those sets to enlarge. But that's like the thing. That's the fun part about Lego,
So Tea Time took that set and added sides to it.
Did you add a back and everything also, and interior floors, or just walls, so from the outside it looks complete? Because I might do that from the time being, just a outside walls and a roof real quick, just so from standing above it looks done until I can get around to it.
And I forget.
I have a lot.
And honestly, I forget what the Wednesday Adams dormitory set is. I forget what that is. Yolo says, seen people copy floors and add extra floors to modulars. Yet people have been doing that since the modulars came out, given that they advertised you could do that on the back of the box.
Yeah. Hey guys, buy a bunch of copies of this. Yeah.
So when people got all mad about those people saying, hey, you could buy 2 of the shopping streets and do this, must have forgotten that on the back of the box for the cafe corner, they were telling you to buy 10 of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alexandria, I want to get that set, because if you remember the window, because the one girl has the window like half painted, and then on Wednesday's side it's all like drab. I want to get that set and do exactly like you said, put it on top of a building. Like it's ready to go. It could actually go on top of like a mock that I use this in, if I made this bigger and then off one side I could add it or whatever in the back. Yeah, but I think that set, I might be wrong, but I think that set's already retired now, isn't it?
Because people were getting all mad at them for saying that you could do that, not knowing that they've literally been doing that style of advertising for 19 years.
Yeah.
So
Lego has always been about buy more and put it together. That wasn't really
So where were those people complaining about that 19 years ago? Oh wait, they weren't even collecting Lego. What fucking posers they are. Jesus fucking Christ. Get a load of yourself. It's called mass marketing. And you know what? People actually did buy 10 of them because they were in Lego user groups. Not all advertising is for all customers. Some people just can't get that through their heads. They can't. Which shows.
Would you ever join a Lego user group?
I want to. It's too inconvenient for me.
Too inconvenient. I gotcha. I want to join one because I think just collabing with some people around my area would be fun. I don't have any. There's people that live around here, but ain't nobody ever available to like come over and build. You know what I mean?
I just wish that more lugs, particularly in a big city, would have chapters of their lugs, so that more people across the whole city could get them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there is some logs around here. But like Brick Babe, she's in two different logs. One of them isn't like around here. It's like just like wherever, and they just they meet online and at conventions. But then she's part of another log. But from what I gather, it's black only, and they don't. I kind of think that's a little messed up, but whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think there's much log stuff going on here in Maryland. But I don't know. I would like to join one. I always hear people having competitions, and of course, then you get the lug bulk and all that other stuff.
You're more likely to have a lug in an area where there's an established Lego convention.
Yeah, well, that's like Brick Fair, Virginia, and Brick World, Chicago. You always see like multiple different groupings of lugs in all them places. Like you said, it's when you're around a convention, it tends to be good for a reason. All the people are around there,
Yeah, and also because a lug has to exhibit at a convention to be recognized by the Lego group.
For anybody that's in Star Wars, you can totally take that Horizon. It's not Zero Dawn, the other Horizon set, the newer one, and take that one build and make a crab droid out of it. Like it's not the right colors, but the build is awesome. I know that's completely out of left field and nobody probably cares, but I just really think that's cool. That's the only reason why I kept that part around and destroyed the rest of the set. Oh, their competition's coming to an end. It's almost February. I think February 8th is when that 16 by 16 is over.
Yeah, I need to build that all of this week.
This was what I was building here, but I just broke it. This is what I was building for it, but I never got much further.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna build the rest off camera because I need to go up and stretch my legs. So anyway, thanks for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I will be live again on Monday night, same time as always, which here in Australia is Tuesday afternoon after midday, same time as always. So I will see you then, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I don't think anyone is live right now.
Bye, y'all.
I think I'm the last person. Actually, yeah. Bye, guys.
Donnie G first.
Bye.